2000 Tundra. We got an issue with the horn. How I first noticed it had an issue is I was driving having fun in the back roads. Somebody almost T-boned me, and when I went to slam on the horn, nothing happened. I also had the window down, so I could, I was for certain I know that it did not work because I had the window down, and you can obviously hear it with the window down. So we're going to try and do this without bothering any of my neighbors here, but let's just see if we can replicate it. So that time it worked. Okay, so it looks like it's working right now. So after pulling out the 20 amp horn fuse, which is just right here on the driver's side, it looks okay to me. Fuse is not burnt. Yep, it looks good. So I'm going to put this back and we'll continue with the testing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the horns in the front of the vehicle and wire my power probe. That way I could figure out if the horn's activating without bothering everybody. So there's two horns on this car. One of them has one wire going to it. See that? The other one has two. It's hard to show, but this one has two wires going to it, one for the first and one for the second. So I'm assuming the power is going to come first to this horn. It's going to end at this horn. So what I got is I got a wire going to the horn on the left of the car, to a little wire here, to a alligator clip, another alligator clip, another alligator clip. I'm making sure metal does not touch the body in any place. And then that is going to the power probe right here. Now if you look, if I push the steering wheel, we now know when the steering wheel is pressed without sounding the horn. So let me hop in here and we'll continue. Okay, so as you can see, power probe, I hit the horn right here. Time I hit the horn, you can hear it. It's very loud. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my phone right here and I'm going to show you. And if I push and turn, I can hear it disconnecting. I'm going to find a dead spot where there is no power going through it. All right, here's a dead spot right here. I've twisted the wheel to the right. I'm pushing down. And see here, nothing's happening. I'm going to twist the wheel to the right. Watch what happens. See that? We're cutting in and out. Nothing, something. Nothing, something. Nothing. To the right, something. To the left, nothing, something. So they're dead spots. So since we have an issue depending on the rotation of the wheel and not how hard I'm pressing the button, that tells me we have a clock spring issue. We do not have an issue with the circuit to the horn because we can tell that's good here. We do not have an issue with the button because we are getting it to work in all places and it's consistent. So the issue is the clock spring because there's dead spots in the steering. There shouldn't be any dead spots at all. And the clock spring will power a couple things. It'll power the cruise, the airbag, and the horn. So it looks like the horn wire is damaged internally in the clock spring. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play with it a bit. I'm going to turn to the left. We're going to see if we have any dead spots. Well, kind of here, I'm going to mute the power probe. That way it doesn't make any noise anymore. But how I found out there were dead spots is if I hold the horn and turn the wheel, I can hear clicking. Do you hear that clicking? That's the circuit being completed and being cut again. It wasn't very easy to tell with the power probe because it would beep so loud. That's why I muted it. Every one of those clicks, we have a disconnect in the power probe. I'm going to see if I can film that here. I got a thumb on the horn right now. And every time it clicks, look. There it is. See that? It's cutting out. And it's coming back in. See that? So we know we have a clock spring issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and order a clock spring. So I found the part number for the clock spring that fits my model. And it appears that this fits other models as well. It looks like it's common on Camrys, Corollas, Solara, Tacoma. So it looks like it fits other models except the Tundra. And it looks like it fits up to 2003, it looks like. So this should be a common part. Let's look at Rock Auto. I'm just curious of the prices. You can see there's one for $30 and then there's a massive gap. It jumps to a 200 plus. Now on an airbag component, I'm not gonna go aftermarket. And that's just me. I don't think my safety is worth it. This part is expensive. MSRP is at around $480. And after all discounts, I'm getting it for about $273. And if we compare that to Rock Auto, that's almost the same price. So I'm gonna go original here. I see no reason to cheap out and risk safety for, you know, $30, $40. Either way, I'm doing the labor myself, so I'm saving a lot of money here. It looks like since I live in a state with no income tax, it looks like the price is actually even cheaper. It looks like I'll be paying $250, which is pretty much cheaper than most aftermarkets from what I've seen. So I see no reason why to not use the original part here in terms of price and safety. I'm gonna order this, and then I'll cut back when it arrives and we're ready to pull apart the steering pad. Let's start off by disconnecting the negative battery terminal. And since we have disconnected the battery, we're gonna clean the throttle body. There we go, just pop it off, kind of move it out the way. It looks like this hose right here is gonna be strained, so we're gonna remove this hose real quick here. And now we can move it out the way to clean the throttle body. All right, so make sure the steering wheel is nice and centered. And then you're gonna wanna remove these two covers right here. Now be careful, because these like to fly everywhere when you remove them. Screws are a T30. New, old. One, two, 2.5. It's hard to turn. The half. 1, 2. I'm going to turn it to accessory. There's the airbag light. And it went out, no issue. I'm going to turn the key to on. We're going to check the cruise control. Cruise control works. I'm going to check the horn. Horn works. everything's working good. I'm gonna take it for a test drive, make sure everything works. That's another one wrapped up.